Hey, this is Trey Lopashinsky with Energeticcity.ca, and this is the Community Roundup sponsored by Brad's Furniture and Appliances. Today I'm here with Jessica and Taylor with the Fort St. John Literacy Society. We're all crammed up here in Jessica's office talking about literacy, Family Literacy Week, which is taking part from January 21st to 28th, with the actual Family Literacy Day happening on the 27th. And recently, the Literacy Society had the week proclaimed here in Fort St. John. So I guess I'll start with you, Jessica. How important is that to have the society get those proclamations? I mean, every year you have them hung up here. How important is that to get that validation support from the city, as well as how important is it just for the organization as a whole?
Absolutely. So it's a very important piece of the event as a whole, because not only is it sort of raising the awareness in the community, the profile of the society, but it also shows our partners province-wide that the city of Fort St. John is in support of supporting literacy initiatives here in our community. So provincial funders really also like to see that the individual communities and cities are behind the organizations that are providing these services. So kind of benefits us in multiple different ways.
Awesome. And for a resident that might be watching this or see anything that you guys have on Energetic City when we do a story and might not know the importance of literacy, what would you say to them if they ask you about the importance of what you guys do in promoting literacy in the community?
Absolutely. So really the importance of literacy is enabling individuals in our community to really excel in all aspects of their life. We're not here to tell people what they should or shouldn't know. We're here to say, hey, what is there that you want to learn, and let us try and support you in that avenue. So really empowering people to take charge of their lives and improve, whether it be their employment status or their education status, really giving them kind of that outlet to improve their knowledge overall.
And one thing you did say in council, and I'm just paraphrasing here, is pretty much that it's very important within children and parents because it moves up and then it gets taught like later on, right? Like, so then those kids might then teach that to their kids and so on and so forth. Is that kind of the thought there?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, especially with some of the literacy activities that we have, they're sort of crafty and they are fun. So the kiddos get behind that, and it really encourages them to implement those activities in their homes. And when it is fun-based learning, it's easier, of course, for parents and caregivers to get behind it as well, because it's not just sitting down and going through lectures or learning objectives. It's a fun aspect to it. So the more learning objectives we can get sort of implemented in everyone's homes, the more that children are being exposed to different vocabulary, different activities, various numeracy activities. So it really does build from the youngest generations up.
And I did want to bring that up because, again, you brought up the activities, which are very much, kind of aimed towards children. So with that being said, Taylor, what's going on during the week? What do you guys have planned for activities?
So we actually have a lot going on during Literacy Week. So one of the days we're actually doing, with the lead up to Literacy Week, is a story time at the library.
Oh, nice.
So this allows families to come in with their children, be able to play and dance, and then listen to a story. And then afterwards engage in some crafts, which allows them to follow instructions and then engage with one another and problem solve. During the week, we actually are going to have a scavenger hunt for some books in the society, so decoding some clues, looking at pictures, seeing what they can find in them to find out where the books are hidden within the community. And we are also offering an escape room for teens in the afternoon at the library as well. And a free swim day for kids to unplug and play in a physical literacy sense. And then we're also doing a great big buddy read on the 25th for school. So big buddies and little buddies get to interact with one another, read, engage in a learning activity together about the book so they can practice their comprehension, and then they'll be entered in for some prizes. Sorry, I did forget to mention our breathe and stretch. We are pairing with Brandy from New Moon. And she's offering some physical literacy as well, going and teaching kids how to breathe and then stretch their bodies, because it's also an important aspect as well for them.
Awesome. And I did want to note as well that the theme for this week's Literacy Week is, I had to write it down, let's have a family party. I love that because I just remember seeing the themes every year. So Where do you decide what the themes are? Is that you guys locally, or is that the bigger literacy society that you work with? Like, how does that work for you guys?
Yeah, so that one of kind of our umbrella organizations
Oh, okay.
determines what the themes are. So ABC Literacy Canada, I believe, has determined that this year's Let's Plan a Family Party, because they are celebrating 25 years of Family Literacy Week.
Awesome.
So that's
awesome.
kind of where the party aspect comes in. And we're super excited to have North Peace Savings on board as our title sponsor this year for the event. So the event as a whole is being called the North Peace Savings Unplug and Play Family Literacy Week. So really encouraging families to, set down their electronics, really engage with one another, whether that be physically through going for a swim or going for a tour of the caves, or whether it be through problem solving with our Building with Bricks and story times with vocabulary building. So a whole bunch of different activities that kind of encompass the unplug and play and encourage sort of families to get together and have a celebration.
And I love it. And I mean, I could be wrong, but from what I recall, since I've been here 2021, have you guys had a title sponsor before?
We have not.
So that's what I want to bring up.
excited.
This is
Yes.
this is a big deal for you guys,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So what does this mean for 2024? Like when I was reading that and hearing you guys in council, I just imagined that it was a big deal for you guys moving into 2024, kicking it off with Literacy Week, having the title sponsor. So I guess for you to put in words, like, what does this mean for you guys as a society?
Yeah, so this means that we can offer more activities throughout the week that, may otherwise may not have been able to because of the costs associated with them. So we have been able to partner with some amazing organizations in the community that are helping us sort of put all of our funding together and be able to provide all of these activities. But we're super excited to have the title sponsor, super grateful for North Peace Savings sponsorship, and willingness to kind of work with us to determine, what does unplug and play mean? What does having a family party mean? What does it mean to bring people together and create some learning through play? So we're hoping that this is kind of setting the year off for a really good start, and look forward to all the partnerships and collaborations we can have moving forward through the year.
Awesome. And then my last question here as we wind down, just going off of that for 2024, anything planned that you can mention yet, or anything going on like internally that you guys are focusing on this year? Kind of what do you just have as a society this year as your big goals, I guess?
Yeah, so we are working to kind of create a calendar plan for a year as far as our events that are happening, sponsorship opportunities, so that when we are presented an opportunity such as we are with Family Literacy Week and North Peace Savings, we can not have to really think about it. We can just jump on those opportunities and offer these experiences to the community. So the only thing that I can really sort of mention for sure right now is the Glow Run that we did in Literacy Month, which is recognized in September last year, was received very well through the community. So we are planning to move ahead with that again for 2024, and hoping to see more community support and participants show up. It was a super fun event that when you kind of have something slightly different, a run in the evening where everyone's kind of glowing in the dark with their glow sticks. It's a fun activity.
I had some coworkers who went, and I couldn't because just had some stuff planned that I couldn't go, and I really wanted to, and I was so jealous. So I hope you guys do it this year,
Yes.
because I'll definitely be a part of it.
Excellent.
Just the pictures were awesome. I'm like, even if I only walk most of it.
Absolutely. And just because it's called a run doesn't mean you have to run. You can walk or crawl or whatever you need to do.
Crawl might be it if I start running. It would be a half run, half crawl for me. Well, thank you so much, Jessica and Taylor, for talking with me today. And I mean, I'm stoked for you guys this year. Congratulations on this month with Literacy Week. And I hope this year goes well for you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Trey Lopushinsky with Energeticcity.ca. Again, I was with Jessica and Taylor with the Fort St. John Literacy Society. This is the Community Roundup, sponsored by Brad's Furniture and Appliances.